Tim, should we tell the listeners how to join the Golf Week Amateur Tour?
Yes, of course. We should probably do it now before we forget, though.
I agree. It's simple. All you need to do is go to amateurgolftour.net, click the Join the Tour button, and pay your local tour's membership.
Thanks, Chris. Membership for 2024 is open, so register today to join the oldest, largest, and best amateur tour in the country.
And remember, this podcast can be found on all the major platforms. So make sure you like, download, and share it with all your friends and family.
Chris, that's a great idea. Now, on to the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Golf Week Amateur Tour, the podcast. Talking about all things Golf Week Amateur Tour, including interviews with tour directors, players, and course pros. Now, here are your hosts, Atlanta Tour Director Tim Newman and El Paso Las Cruces Director Chris Rocha.
All right, Chris. Welcome back, or wherever. Welcome to wherever you're at. I'm here at the die course at French Lick in French Lick, Indiana, and I'm just gonna tell you this right off the top. You chose the wrong place, buddy. You went to the wrong course.
You keep mentioning that it's a great course, and one day I'll get out there. But TPC Scottsdale got a piece of my heart, and all we've had. I think, the unofficial tally is, I think we raised close to $8,000 this weekend for stand-up or for the V Foundations. So, it's just a great fundraiser, great time. Got to see everybody that I enjoy hanging out with, some Arizona tour, and played some decent golf. So one of these days we'll figure it out and I'll get out there. But for now, I have to disagree. Well, agree to disagree.
Well, if you raise $8,000, I'm okay with that. With you being out there, and I'll tell you that we miss you here. Everybody I run into asks, where's Chris? I mean, they don't want to see me. You understand that, right? It's not me that they want to see. They say, where's Chris?
Right.
Where's Chris?
Right. And I had some guys out here that came up to me, and they're avid listeners. The gentleman that sent us the question about the alignment aid, he was out at the tournament. He came up to me and was talking to me about that, and then he asked me to help him submit his shirt for the August contest. So that was pretty cool to get somebody entered because he not Facebook friendly, so we needed some help with that. So we were able to get that taken care of for him.
Awesome. So how did it go out there for you guys? We'll get to your scores here in a second. But how did it go for everybody else?
It was great. There was a lot of low scores this weekend, and all flight, which was interesting to see. Stadium course greens were running pretty quick, and as it got hotter, they seemed to pick up a lot more speed, which was interesting on Saturday. And apparently Sunday's pin positions were pro-style pin positions, and a lot of guys weren't happy about that, but it is what it is. And then Sunday I played Champions course, probably my favorite of the two. We've had the discussion before. Great course, greens were pure. But that was the hotter of the 2 days. The first day we had overcast for most of the round, which was nice. Not having to worry about sweating through your shirt is always a great thing here in Arizona.
Oh, absolutely. You complain where people complain about the greens that pros where the pros are playing, but isn't that part of the thing?
Right.
Where amateurs play like pros. Now I'm glad I wasn't out there playing, and when I look at the champ flight, John Wells shot 70.
Yeah.
I mean, he finished the tournament 4 under. I mean, goodness gracious.
Right.
The stadium course at Was that, is that
Scottsdale, TPC Scottsdale.
yeah, is that a 71?
Yeah, they're both 71.
They're both 71, right?
Yeah, both are 71. But you those people off for a little bit, but I mean, it makes it a little tougher at that point.
Yeah, but I mean, he did okay.
I mean, it's not a bad score, D fight, I know the leader has very low scores. C fight, man, one of my guys almost pulled it off. Then he bogeyed the last hole and lipped out for par. So that'd have been cool to have a second regional champion there. B fight, I think the guy who took second place, I played with him the first day and just lights out in every green. Got in trouble and found a way to get on the green and two putt. It was great to see. And A flight, there's always some big hitters out there. So I think it was a battle all day, both days for that one.
Well, you look at B flight, you had 377s on Saturday on the stadium course.
Mm-hmm. One guy from Kansas, Jensen, he was used to be an Arizona guy, and he's solid B flighter, hits the ball a mile. And I know he's an avid podcast out there, so I'm going to hear that when him loose. In fact, I called him an avid B flighter or a solid B flighter.
Well, he shooting 77 like that. That's he should take it.
Yeah,
take it.
Oh, he has been all weekend. He's been giving him crap all weekend about it.
Now the D flight, there was low scores in the D flight all weekend too.
Yeah, there were. I mean, sometimes it just can come out and play. When the fairways are rolling and the greens are pretty solid, these deep fighters, if they can hit it pretty straight, they'll get close. The fairways, there was a bunch of roll off these fairways.
Yeah, I'm just running down the leaderboard here. So it was Ben Bearden from Alabama who took it with a plus 27, and then Robert Amat from Denver was in second place, and then there was a tie for third place. Jermaine Luke, my guy from Atlanta, and then Brendan Felantres from Arizona. Mm-hmm. And I'm just looking down. I don't know if you ran into Colin from St. Louis. He finished tied for 8 with Tracy Taylor from Arkansas. Lots of names on there that recognize.
Yeah, and Brandon Felantres, he's 15 or 16, I believe. I barely started playing golf. So yeah, in there. Brandon Felantres, he's a 15, 16-year-old.
Yeah. Who
barely started playing golf. So he's getting there pretty quick.
Good for him. Like, I like seeing that, kids coming in and playing well and being on the tour.
Most definitely.
How about Sea Flight?
Sea Flight, well, I mean, I'm going to be biased with my guy, Orlando. Almost pulled it off.
Chris, hold on.
But,
we got
it was a battle both days.
Infectious.
Hold on, Chris. We got our first guest in here. So go ahead and put your headphones on and talk into the microphone as best you can.
Hello.
How are you doing? What's your name?
Marcus Knight.
And where are you from, Marcus?
Santa Claus, Indiana.
Stop it. Did you hear that, Chris?
I heard it.
Maybe we have Chris, maybe we don't. So Santa Claus, Indiana.
Yes, sir.
What flight are you in, buddy?
I'm in B flight.
B flight?
Yes, sir.
All right, and B flight, Boyd Laughlin. And Boyd, I got something for you over here, buddy. And you're from the Hilton Head tour, right?
Yes.
So for those of you I know you don't know, but Boyd won the raffle with the golf clubs, and so I'm showing the tee gifts that they're giving. So that's yours. It's a divot tool with their name engraved on it, and a pouch of good stuff that that we won't necessarily talk about on what was actually in there. But congratulations.
Thank you.
So you come all the way out here. You win the clubs. I'm sure Dennis is going to be ecstatic about that. And what are you going to do with them?
Well, I want to go ahead and put them up and see how they play.
Awesome. Hey, you got space to get them home?
I do. That makes up for the flight here. They broke my driver, so
Oh my goodness.
this makes up for that.
And so you finished tied for fourth today.
Yes.
And that 90 yesterday, that's probably not the best, but 84 on this course, it's a pretty solid round.
Yeah, Champion Chump showed up.
I understand. I understand that. So how'd you do today?
I shot a 89, which, I mean, isn't amazing, but if you compare it to last year, it's a lot better. And so
So how many times have you played this course?
just once.
Just once?
Yeah.
Wow. And what'd you think of it?
Oh, I love it. It's beautiful. It's hard not to have a good time when you're playing here. I just love it.
Chris, you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
So, so Jen and I were, we came in this morning and put the drone up to get some aerial shots. And after that, we went out to breakfast. And what we talked about is this is probably one of the nicest courses and setups that we've been to. And seriously, one of the nicest courses that we play on tour. What do you all think about that?
Well, my favorite course is the Ocean Course in Kiowa
Okay.
and Whistling Straits, which we played a tour.
Uh-huh.
This is right there with them.
There we go.
Yeah. Awesome course.
I mean, I'm only 15, so I haven't been too many places. This is definitely my number one. I've been to the foul course up
Okay.
at IU,
Yeah.
and this course is more difficult and more beautiful as well.
Yeah.
It's this one's definitely my number one. It's
That's awesome.
amazing. Yeah.
So, and you're 15?
Yes, sir.
As you walked in, Chris and I were talking. There was a 16-year-old. What do you finish yesterday, Chris? Third place?
Third or fourth.
Tie for third?
Yeah, I'm up there.
Yeah, tie for third out of the TPC Scottsdale regional. And for me, I love it when youngsters are playing and doing well, because again, this is something that you're going to be able to play your entire life. And so I really like it when we have kids coming in and playing and doing well.
Oh yeah, I love it. I mean, there's not as many kids out here on the Golf Week Amateur Tour, but I mean, that doesn't really bother me. I just love getting tournaments in and love getting that experience. And other people might get uncomfortable, but I just love the experience and getting out here and playing golf.
Well, I don't know why they're uncomfortable. I mean, we've had some kids play and some guys say, well, I can't hit it as far. I said, well, there's other parts of the game, and you should be happy that we've got kids out here playing and doing well.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's the best way to improve is, practice makes perfect is what they say. So
Exactly.
yeah.
So Boyd, what's next for you? I know you get on a plane and going home.
Well, we've got our 2-day in Hilton Head, our number finals, and then, national right behind that.
That's right. Right. Are you heading out to nationals too, or?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
That's going to be awesome. So make sure you visit us at check-in, because Chris and I will be there. We definitely want to get you back on
Awesome.
and talking to the whole community there. And Jen's texted me. I'm not.
I thought you were
She's
frozen.
lost me. Say that again.
I thought you were frozen.
No, I'm Chad lost me on some of these text messages here. That's part of the problem when you're doing, a number of different things. Does your dad listen to podcasts?
Yeah, he does. He loves it, actually.
Does he really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does he play?
No, he doesn't.
Why not? Get him out here.
I don't know, man. That's what I try to tell him. But maybe he sees how much I love it, how much I fell into it, and he's scared.
Does he play?
No, he doesn't.
How'd you get into the game then?
I went out a few years ago with my grandpa and my uncle,
Okay.
and they beat me, and I just really wanted to beat them because I loved going out there and swinging at the ball as hard as I could, and I just really wanted to beat them, so I kept practicing, and when I started beating them, there's nothing that beats that feeling.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
when you win, there's just nothing better.
Yeah, I got to play with Marcus today.
Okay.
He's got the rubber band back, like we had when we were young. He's got an awesome short game.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was super nice.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So, boy, tell me about your round today.
Well, yeah, one triple. Other than that, it was just some bogeys and pretty solid. Didn't get too much trouble. Just a little bit rough.
Okay.
Could have been better, of course, but
Right.
been a lot worse like yesterday.
Exactly.
So
And this grass is, when it comes to national championship, everybody comes down there and they complain about the grass that we have, in Hilton Head and how terrible the rough is. How did you manage the rough compared to the rough that we generally play it on?
very similar. It's pretty much about the same.
Yeah.
I like the fairways here. The grass is more like hitting off shag carpet. We got that grassy Bermuda.
Yeah.
The rough was about the same.
Okay.
I just enjoyed it. Well, I mean, what a great course.
Yeah, it's Chris. The first thing I told Chris when he got on, I said, you chose the wrong tournament to go to, but we'll get him out here one day. Won't we, Chris?
Yeah, I'll be out there. Don't worry. And then y'all better be ready.
That's awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed your weekend out here. When you go back home, tell the people that didn't come that they missed out, and this is where they need to come next year.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate
It
it.
was a bucket list, and it was worth it.
Awesome.
Sure.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
You got us.
Marcus, my buddy from the Navy, way back when, we saw him last night in the middle of the sand off.
Really? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it, man. People always say, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm serious."
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
This is it.
So we figured that is deep for years, and he's like, "I'll never say any calls." I'm like, "Yeah, fun."
Oh, sure thing. Y'all take care. So there you have it, man.
Santa Claus, Indiana.
Santa Claus, India. Yep, there you go. I thought he was kidding.
If the town hall does not have a naughty or nice list in their lobby, they're missing out.
Yeah, we got to work with that marketing there, right? Yeah, but Mark is 15 years old, man. In the B flight, he finished tied for 8.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe the pairing gods.
I'm sorry, tied 10. I'm sorry, tied.
Maybe the pairing gods for nationals will pair me up with them on day one.
Well, you're going to be up there with the big boys, man. I mean, you're going to win your flight, right?
Well, yeah, but
So you'll be paired with a 1.
all right, break it. That's fine.
That's what I'm talking about. So let's talk about your rounds. What happened? What happened on Saturday? You were paired with my buddy Jamil on Saturday.
Yeah, and we started off. It was funny. So you had given me, kind of a picture of what he looked like, and we had him on the podcast. So vaguely remembered what he looked like. And I'm walking out of the restroom. He's walking in, and I was like, "Oh, you don't say hi to somebody and shake their hand in the restroom. Like that's just common knowledge, right?" So I waited until he got to the car, and he goes, "I thought it was you." I was like, "Yeah, but I'm not going to shake your hand in the restroom. I'm going to give you that cruise." So started off with jokes right away, and great guy. He's like, "It's gonna be a fun round." And, I started off strong. Well, actually, I didn't. First of all, I doubled when I was 80 yards out, and I was like, "Well, no warm up. This is what's gonna happen, but we'll pick it up from there." And jokingly, I'd said after my double, I said, "Well, if I par out here, I'll have a 7-4." And everybody laughs, whatever. And I went with 6 straight pars. And
Nice.
That's when they were like, "Wow, like he wasn't joking, he was serious. Playing it off. Yeah, I was serious. Let's see what happens." And we get to this. I don't know if you recall watching Waste Management, but in the back 9, there's this big lake at 3 holes around. Well, that lake is my Joker to my Batman. It's my arch enemy, arch nemesis. And every time I play it, I lose a ball for a hole that's touching that lake. Never. It's always happened. Well, this time, the first 2 holes, I didn't lose the ball. I got close, but didn't lose one. So I thought I was going to break the curse. On the par 5, I lost 3 on that hole.
Oh my goodness.
So it caught. It still got it ballward. And that one, I picked up, didn't get the punt, and I don't know if that threw me off or whatnot, but then the bogey train pulled into the station, and it was hard to get back off of that. So at one point, it was just a matter of just trying to survive the best I can and put myself in the spot, see what happens and find it.
Yeah, and everybody has those rounds now and again, but then on Sunday you turned it around and played really well.
Yeah, it was complete opposite. Went 90 with like 40 putt to what was it, 78 with like 31 putt, 30 plus, and like something of that nature. So it was a good turnaround, but it was tough to try and come back. I kept seeing my name come up the leaderboard take nights, but it was just a little harder to do at that point.
Yeah, what did you finish tied 14?
Right.
Yeah, tied for 14th. I mean, compared to where you started the day, that's pretty good, right?
Honestly, with the way day 1 went, I didn't know what to expect for day 2. I didn't know where I'd end up. I like to always have a personal goal, especially these bigger events, to be in the top half, which was able to be done. But it was just a great solid round, honestly. Starting off on hole 9, think parred that one, and then ended up going even par on what the course's back 9 was, which was awesome. Chipped in for a birdie, and then just kept trying to grind the best I could. For at that point, you're trying to attack tins, and you get one little sloppy, it's gonna hurt, especially at our B flight level. So just kept trying, but the 78 I'm happy with, because it could have been an easy 90 day or 90-88 day. So I'm happy with what the turnout was.
Yeah, that's a one of the things that makes a golfer a better golfer is you hang in there even when you're struggling a little bit, and just grind through and take your pars, and don't make too many mistakes.
Right. It was great, and the guys I played with were.
So we have Chris. We have our next guest here with us. What's your name?
Ross Richardson.
Oh, Ross, I didn't recognize you, buddy. How you been?
Good.
Awesome. What's been going on?
Yesterday was a little bit of a struggle at the Ross course.
Okay, yeah.
But today I always put these courses, the beat die course, much better, and I did again today. Ended up with a skin in 11, which was a good day for me.
That's awesome. Yeah, it was from St. Louis, right?
Originally from St. Louis.
Yeah, there you go.
When we caught up earlier, I was from St. Louis. I moved to Indianapolis about 3 years ago, and have been playing the Indianapolis tour ever since.
That's awesome. And so you played here before that, right?
I played in last year's event, and I played on other tours as well, out here. Played Diamond Ross several times before, even in college.
Right.
And I enjoy the course, but the course doesn't enjoy me. But the bead die course is a gem that if people out there haven't played it, they have to play it. It's enjoyable. The vistas, the views are incredible.
Yeah.
The photo opportunities out here are great, even if you're not playing all that well. But the course is playable from the appropriate tees,
right? And
I enjoy that.
That's awesome. And so I had 2 other guests on and myself. So now that's a total of 4 people. Chris, you hear that? Are you ignoring us, Chris? I think he's ignoring us.
Let's take a quick break and hear from our sponsor, Srixon.
A great iron set needs more than good looks. It's gotta be fast and gotta be pure. But good looks never hurt either. The all-new ZX Mark II irons from Srixon.
Anyway, so
No, Tim, I'm not ignoring you. I hear it. I hear it. Poor guy.
oh, he heard it. Okay, all right. So we're gonna have like 7, 8, maybe even 12, 13 guys on here, all gonna tell you the same thing. You went to the wrong course. I'm telling you. So I was telling some of the other people, I've been to courses all over the place, and this is right up there with Straits. It's right up there with Turtle Bay and in Hawaii, and it's probably one of the nicest courses that we play all across the country. I wanted to come out last year, and it didn't work, but glad we're here. And anybody who's listening, if you don't come here, you're missing out.
Oh, and even if you're not a golfer, coming out and coming up to the Pete Dye course here at French Lick, it is just to get a cart with the kids and if they're not too busy, to actually go out on the course and take a look at, stand on 11T and just look around.
Yeah.
Because it's a view you're not going to get anywhere else in this country.
Right. So Ross, you've got a knicker thing.
I do.
Tell us about your knickers. And I got to be careful what we're saying here.
I have a devout historical sense of self when it comes to golf. I'm very traditional, and pretty much after the death of Payne Stewart, I made a fashion choice to play all my tournament rounds with traditional knickers, and I used to get them from a couple different suppliers, and then I hooked up with Tim Barry. And he's been my supplier of knickers ever since, as a nod to Payne Stewart as well, since he made all of Payne's attire as well. And I typically get a monthly phone call from Tim Barry, and it's always enjoyable to talk to him too. And I think it's fun for everybody else that I play with, not just enjoyable for me. I find them to be the most comfortable things I ever wore. I'm not much for shorts because I don't like burning my white legs. But the knickers have just been a trademark of mine. And if I don't wear them, people get confused. Who is that guy? I don't know who that is. And I wore regular slacks for a tournament just because it was raining and I didn't have a decent pair that wasn't going to make me look foolish out there. And they're like, who is that? So I just I'll always bring a pair of black just in case it's wet outside and you get the splatter, just so the whites don't get torn up. But I enjoy it immensely, and as I say, I think the guys I play with, I think, like it, and the various tours I've played over the last 15 years, everybody knows me from most of the venues across the country just because of me showing up. And back in St. Louis, which is where all this kind of started, it was I actually got a couple, well, at least one particular guy in St. Louis. His wife reached out to me and it's like, I want to get him a pair. I think he'd really like it. He wore it one time and he bought and just bought and bought and bought. He's got probably as many colors as I do.
So how do you choose? I mean, Jen told me how you choose what you're going to wear, and this to me is even it really kind of makes brings the whole thing full circle. Yeah. To say.
Well, I own 17 different colors and plaids, and it's just a simple app on my phone that I put. It's kind of a wheel of fortune, and all the colors are represented. And if I don't have a particular school that I'm going to represent, if I'm playing one of the university courses, I'll typically play those colors, even if I'm not from there. But everybody knows me as a Ball State guy. I graduated from there in '92. But I'll spin the wheel, and whatever comes up, that's what I'll wear.
That's awesome.
It only allows me 15 colors. So if I don't like that color, I'll just grab one of the other two and go. It's just a fun thing.
Well, it's funny you say that, because I use when I do our tea times, our pairings, I use wheel of names, and because people say I don't want to play it. No, you know what? Whatever you get. These are your group. Yeah. Well, Ross, thank you so much for coming in. It's really good to see you. I didn't recognize you. It's good to see you.
It's great to jump on the podcast and great to give you my feedback on my knicker fetish.
That's awesome.
But it's fun.
Awesome, but good seeing you.
Thanks.
Take care of yourself. All right, we got another guest. What's your name, sir?
Wally Bird.
Wally, what
B Flight.
B Flight. What tour are you from?
Louisiana South.
All right, here we go. Louisiana, you came all the way up here.
Yeah.
90 yesterday, 81 today, B Flight champion, plus 29. First off, congratulations.
Thank you.
How'd it go today?
It was extremely impressive to not the golf as much as it is just the overall course, the beauty of it. Coming from a flat land up here to play this kind of stuff is just absolutely mind blowing.
Exactly.
It's an absolutely beautiful place.
You say that, and I live in Hilton Head, and was talking to a Hilton Head player a little bit ago. And, when everybody goes down to Hilton Head and down south to play those courses down there, they complain about the grass, they complain about this and that and the other thing. What's it like going from south to north? And what were some of the differences that you saw?
The biggest thing yesterday was the false fronts. Those are just, we don't have that in Louisiana. You can pretty much land the ball before the green and roll it up. You do that yesterday. You was 40 yards chipping back right to the green.
Right.
Today was a little better with that aspect of it, but the greens were just extremely fast compared to what we usually play with.
There's also more elevation change on one hole here.
Oh, yeah.
There is in the entire state.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just an amazing, beautiful weather.
Yeah.
Very professionally ran tournament. It was just,
it was a really good job.
Very long fun.
Well, was this your first time up here?
Yes.
It's when you go back, tell all those people they missed out.
They missed out. We had a whole group kind of planning on coming. They just kind of dropping off as we go. But it was a lot of fun though.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll see you in Hilton Head.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Good day. Travel safe, bud.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Chris, we've got on the other. Hey, Chris, you back with us?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. So we got a blast from the past, a name you haven't heard from in a long, long time. Chris Tillery is with us.
What?
I don't know that you two have spoken since he sent. Remember Chris Tillery? He sent you the golf ball marker from the
Masters.
From the Masters, yeah.
I do remember. Thank you for that.
Yeah. It should be. And he's joined us. And the good thing about him, number one, his wife is due to have another baby here in the near future. Congratulations on that, first and foremost.
Another. What number is it?
This will be number 2 for him.
Okay. We need to get a TV in that room. I'll let you plan on how more.
Let's take a quick break and hear from our sponsor, Srixon.
ZX Mark II drivers are for major players, major winners, major power. All new ZX Mark II drivers, only from Srixon.
Oh, Chris, you can't hear?
No, I can hear. I hear static. You can't hear Chris.
Can you hear me? Oh, maybe you can't hear him. Maybe I'm just talking to him, and that's okay too. He should have been here, but he went to Scottsdale, but whatever. So first and foremost, congratulations. You when I saw you yesterday for the first time after a couple of years, you said your handicap's going up. I'm going bullshit.
Right.
But congratulations. I mean, you toured up this weekend.
Thank you.
77, 78. And this morning you told me you had too many 3-putts, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, you were tied for second. You're right, and I texted you this. I said you're tied for second. You're right where you want to be.
Yeah.
And you went 78 today, and you lapped the field. You won by 8 strokes.
Yeah, it felt great. Honestly, and too, it's been a while since I played a couple tournaments. I was nursing an injury all year. Had a baby, moved back to Indiana, so I was originally on the Atlanta tour for a little bit, moved back for the Indianapolis tour, and started concentrating kind of on my family. But when I saw French Lick, I think you were the first person I reached out to. Yeah. I was like, what do I sign up for? Indianapolis or Atlanta? I just want to play. But yeah, I know I texted you last night, and I had 4 3-putts yesterday, and I thought I was out of it. Honestly, today just went great. Even with the wind, our caddy was telling us that it was probably we were going to get our money's worth today with the wind.
Yeah.
And with what I was shooting, I had a triple on my second to last hole, and everything else was just kind of smooth.
Well, I don't even know where to go with this, because you won by 8 strokes.
I saw.
77, 78. It was as I was watching the leaderboard. Okay, I'm kind of lost for words here. As I was watching the leaderboard, it was like after the 6th hole, it wasn't close. I don't know if you were watching, but after the 6th hole, I said I didn't say it was over, but you could tell that it was heading in that direction.
Well, and it took me probably eight tee shots to get one good off the tee.
Okay.
I was kind of all over the place, and then finally, even at one point in time, my caddy was saying like, "Oh, go here," and I flew it, and he goes, "Oh, I think you finally got a hold of one." And I was like, "Yeah." So I got a little nervous at one point in time, and honestly, this was my first big tournament, first big win since my grandpa passed away in May. So I started tearing up just a little bit on the final hole, but it was really cool because I just kept thinking of him, and it kind of calmed me down a little bit, and just enjoyed it.
That's awesome. Did you win any money? You win any skin money?
I don't know if I got any skin. I got skin yesterday. I had one yesterday.
What would it pay out?
$50.
$50. $50 better than 49.
Pay for my cat.
There you go. How was the caddy experience out here?
He was great. So his name was Bobby, and he actually so he's been out here for 10 years. He's won a bunch of events as a caddy.
Okay.
He was like, use me, trust me. And actually on the first 2 holes, I didn't ask him anything. And finally I said, all right, Bobby, I need you. And pretty much after that, we were picking lines, we were picking spots on greens, and things were just going in, and just followed that's what you're supposed to do. You just listen to your caddy and trust in it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we also have Rick Wigington, the Indiana, West Kentucky's senior tour director. Rick, first off, I got to say, I apologize. I saw you yesterday, and first thing you did, you fell over.
a 2-foot step. Yeah. I'm used to like 6-8 inches step.
Yeah. I figured I killed somebody before we even get started. Yeah. We're down 1, but you had a really good weekend too.
Fortunate, I guess. As bad as I hit the ball yesterday, my driver just left me, and I think I hit 5 fairways yesterday, 4 greens. But I got up and down a lot yesterday, and then when I finished, I'm thinking, well, and then I'm saying, okay, hell, I'm leading after. It's like with an 85, and then, okay, we got a chance. And then today, I started off, man, it was, the course, beautiful course. First time I played it, it's just awesome course. It's long for this old guy, 69 years old, playing, 6,600 yards.
and it's your typical Pete Dye course with all those little bunkers out there.
Yeah, you're right.
That I drove in the other day, it was like, this is Whistling Straits with just a little bit less bunkering.
Yeah. Like, yesterday in the Donald Ross, all the fairway bunkers were right in my landing zone with my driver. It's like, so now I'm trying to play around them, and and today my driver didn't stay with me today neither. If I'd done 5 fairways, I 4 greens today. I struggled. First 3 holes, I double bogeyed first 3 holes, and then I got a par, and then I come back with another double, and settled down on the backside, a real good backside. And my last hole, number one, I just chose the wrong club going up to the green and triple bogeyed it. It cost me.
Man, well, you one shot off the lead. You tied for second with them all. The tour director. That's what we say it all the time. When you come to these regionals, I mean, you've got to play your best.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
Because everybody, I mean, the competition out here in these regionals, it's the real deal. I mean, we talk about it, right, and then people sometimes say, yeah. And then you come out here and it's a real deal. Ed,
winning a regional is one of the greatest experiences. I was able to experience it last year up at Whistling Straits. And as you said, I'm sitting over my last putt, and it's like, I know I got to make this to win. And all of a sudden, it's like, the tears start coming and the heart's beating. And it's like, so I had to calm myself that I've hit this putt 5,000 times at home, I just hit it straight dead in the middle, and then I lost it. I mean, it was like, Yeah. And so they say there's no crying in golf, but when you win a regional, that's reason.
Or when you trip over the step and you had to withdraw. Yeah. Right. Chris, was this your first regional win?
Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations. It really is.
It's kind of like, national. It's kind of the same atmosphere. It is the same atmosphere as national, which, I'll take this with me to national this year and, hopefully play well down there.
I'm sure you will. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, again, obviously golf, it depends on the day, right? But I mean, you put together two good rounds on probably two of the toughest courses. Yeah, two of the toughest courses around.
Yeah, this is by far probably the toughest course that I played this year.
Yeah.
And yesterday was probably the second toughest.
Well, guys, thank you so much for stopping in. Congratulations, Chris. I'm can't tell you how proud I am of you, how excited I am for you. Again, not just winning the tournament, but you're going to bring your second child in here in a couple months.
Yep.
That's even more important.
That's awesome.
So it's great seeing you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Congratulations, bud. Take care,
Chris. Bye, Tim. Thanks.
Take care. I'll see you soon. Ed, how you doing, bud? Yes. Let's go ahead and introduce you. I know some of you all can recognize the voice. Ed Monroe, tour director of Milwaukee Tour. He's also the voice of our intro. So Ed, welcome, bud.
Thank you, Tim. I appreciate being here. This has been a fun regional to come down and play. And this was a bucket list course to come down here, and just had an absolute blast. And didn't play the greatest, but I still finished top half in my flight. So I guess I got that to take as a positive.
Yeah, you do. And again, yesterday you were right there for a while, and again, tough courses. You'll get better at playing a little bit longer distance and figuring out.
You just can't 4-putt greens out here, which I did twice in 2 days.
So we have our next guest coming in. What's your name?
Drew Taylor.
Drew Taylor. What flight you in, bud?
Jam flight.
Jam flight. Oh, cool boy.
Yeah.
Congratulations. We'll get to you. And what's your name, sir?
Keenan Burgess.
Keenan Burgess, one of the caddies here. Keenan, first off, thank you so much for coming in on Labor Day to help our guys, get around this course. Who do you caddy for today?
So I caddied for Ron, and then I caddied for Jason, and then I caddied for. I just had 3 guys.
Okay.
So, and then I also caddied for a Patrick.
Okay. Get a little bit closer just so I can hear. So, what's it like? When but I guess most of the time when you're here caddying, it's just general group play. Guys and girls coming out having a good time. What's it like in a serious competition for you, and how does your demeanor or mentality change as you're going through the round?
Oh yeah. So if I know I'm getting a serious player or something, I give them the more aggressive lines, because there are little landing spots out there. It is tough, but also on the greens, it's all about speed on the greens, and they'll bite and they'll roll out very quickly. I don't know if they bite. So, giving them little tips and tricks like that, and which way it's going to bite, stuff like that is really helpful. So
How long have you been doing this?
This is my 6th year. Yeah. First several years I was in school, so it's really just the summer times of caddying. But last 3 years doing full time, and it's awesome. It's a nice gig out here.
That's awesome. So how often do you get to play here? And
Yeah, so they give us, fortunately, we get play days out here on Sundays. So for the afternoons, it's a little bit slower, not as any replays. So they'll put us out in the afternoon, and us guys will have fun, throw in some money every once in a while. So
every once in a while, so like every Sunday.
yeah,
That's how it works.
yeah, well, not bad.
All right, so Drew Taylor from South Florida, the Cham Flight champion, 72, 76, plus 6 for the tournament. Congratulations. How'd it go out there?
Pretty good. Starting, kind of a sloppy finish today.
That's all right.
But yeah, I mean, the back nine got pretty tough. Well, I started on the back nine.
Okay.
The actual front nine. The wind picked up, but it was fun.
I'll say.
Yeah.
So is this your first time up here?
It is. It has never been here before. I love it, though. It's beautiful. I definitely like this course a little bit better than the Donald Ross course.
Nice.
It's like also good.
Oh wow! Okay, maybe that's a good way of putting it. Nobody has said that at all. And I've talked to a bunch of players and even staying over at the hotel, other guests and employees. Nobody has put it like that. But Ed, what do you think? That's a good analogy.
Yeah, I would say definitely. It's it's a tale of two different courses. Ross, I thought, had a lot more elevation up to the greens. You're getting a lot more where you're having to go that extra club up, whereas this is more straightforward. There's a little bit of elevation change, but not that much. But you really got to read your putts well, and you just got to, good ball striking is going to get you a victory.
So, Terry Lawson's your tour director, right? South Florida?
I believe so. I live in Nashville, Tennessee.
So you're one of those.
Few months,
Okay.
but yeah, I'm actually from Nashville.
Okay. Well, I was going to plug Terry because Terry listens to the podcast and he was texting me how to get on. I was like, Terry, I can't do everything, buddy. But Terry Lawson's great.
Yeah.
Tour director from Nashville, phenomenal. Nashville's got a great tour. What's it like? I mean, you're not really too far from Nashville from here, so there's not really that big of a difference. What was your overall impression of both courses?
Very hilly. I just wasn't expecting that at all.
Right.
The whole drive here was pretty flat, and we got here is just on a mountain. Yep. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, I had a lot of forky stances today and yesterday too. But yeah, I like it overall.
Yeah, I don't think there's any flat places except for the tee box. So you got 36 flat spots, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yeah. But I do like the caddies, though. They helped out a lot.
How was your caddy experience, and who was it?
Mr. Randy.
Okay.
Very good. The mayor. Yeah.
Oh, the mayor, huh?
We call him the mayor.
Okay.
But yeah, he did great. He's giving us areas to hit to. But yeah.
Awesome. Well, again, congratulations on the win. I appreciate you guys coming out and travel safe.
Thank you.
All right, take care. How about that? The mayor. So we talked about the mayor and big leagues, little leagues.
Right. Yeah.
The stuff that we probably never would have even known, right?
Yeah. My caddy Marty was awesome. Been here a while and did a great job. And I want
yeah, go ahead.
I want to know.
I didn't know you were back. Go ahead.
I want to know if there's any other caddy names out there.
Say that one more time, Chris.
Are there any other caddy names? Or the caddy already left? I don't know if they can hear me.
No, he's gone. I can barely hear you, but so we've got the Sea Flight champion from Charlotte, Alan Hagen. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
I told you yesterday I was going to talk to you, didn't I?
Yeah.
I told you that whenever. So I've known Alan for 15 years. I mean, forever, right? And I know I told you this, but I was looking at the roster. I said, "There's nobody." Didn't know a whole lot. Didn't recognize a whole lot of names. Didn't see his name. Didn't see your name. Didn't see somebody. So Ross Richardson, I know from St. Louis, and it turns out I didn't know a bunch of people here. But I looked up and there was Alan. I said, "Whoa, didn't even know he was here."
And I had the pleasure of playing with Alan yesterday and riding with him, and that was a very fun experience. And I'm glad you got it done because I thought you were going to get it done. You played solid.
Well, we may have a tour first year, and I got to check with Dennis on this. Back-to-back regional champions.
Yeah.
And not just back-to-back. Last week, Kiowa champion.
Kiowa, yeah.
This week, Sea Flight champion, French Lick. I don't know that we've ever, and I'm not sure if Dennis is listening or not, but we need to check on that. This could be a first time. Take care, buddy. Drive safe. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this could be a first, and you need to go in the record books on that, Al. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you. That's a great accomplishment. You know, to win one regional is a great accomplishment. To win two, and then win them back to back. I mean, I think that's a definite record book. Going to put him in the Hall of Fame.
Get a picture or something.
28 years in the Golf Week Amateur Tour.
Yeah, I think we need, we've done that in Milwaukee. We've started our own Milwaukee Tour Hall of Fame. I think we need to do that nationally, put a Hall of Fame for that. So, Dennis, we'll talk about that down in Nationals.
So, when you look at the winners, which to me is kind of strange. So, Chan Flight's from South Florida, but plays primarily in Nashville. Chris Hillary won the A flight. He's kind of here, but kind of Atlanta. All right, so we're looking at two Southern guys. B flight, Wally Bird, Louisiana South. 3 Southern guys. Alan Hagan, who we got sitting right here from Charlotte. 4 Southern guys.
Right.
Have won today. And I've said this to the other guys, when everybody goes down to Hilton Head to play an international championship, everybody complains about the grass and the trees and the this and that and the other thing. What was it like for you coming up here playing in maybe some of the same grass, but some different obstacles to your game, especially after playing last week at Kiowa?
The wind up here today was real rough, and I just kept the ball in play. I didn't lose a ball all weekend in this tall fescue.
Wow.
It was unbelievable. My driver saved me all weekend. I was down the middle most every hole.
And again, we talked about that yesterday too when I saw you. And you just put the ball in the fairway, you'll be fine. I mean, even if you have to take your wedge out, knock it down there, keep it in play, and you'll be fine. That was key.
Definitely. That's one of the things of this course is, if you getting into the rough, it's very difficult to get back onto the green, within any distance. So you're always playing, to leave it a little bit short and then maybe chip up and make a par. So you kind of take birdie out of the equation. Or in my case, you're looking to make that, solid bogey and keep it right around that 90 level for me.
Yes, that's what I was shooting for, bogey every hole. Yeah.
So we talked about that in the cart yesterday.
JP Wooten, friend of Alan's. We got a wild hair in us to go up to French Lick a few months ago, and here we are, and we get to also celebrate Alan's birthday today too.
Oh my goodness! You're holding out.
Yeah.
60. I probably should have led with that, bud.
So,
JP, what flight are you in, bud?
I'm just a spectator.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, he followed Alan around yesterday and today, and
he's my track's rep. He's first the whole weekend for me, so it was pretty fun.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for coming up. How come you're not playing?
Oh, I just wanted to experience French Lick, support my friend Alan. So I didn't honestly know much about this tour. And then now that I know about it, it might be something I look into here in the future, maybe to try to join.
Yeah, you should. I'm sure Alan will tell you. I mean, there's so much to it. There's the competition, there's the friendship, there's the obviously the travel. Being able to play these beautiful courses, go all over the country, and what I said, a couple other people here. I've been a lot of places and seen a lot of courses and being a part of the tour for as long as I have been at tournaments in a lot of places. This is probably one of the top resorts and courses that we've ever played.
It is. I agree, 100%.
Yeah, because you've been part of the tour longer than I have. 28, 29 years. This place is beautiful.
As we were talking this morning, and as I said earlier on the podcast, that a lot of views remind you a lot of Whistling Straits, just without the lake next to it. But the way, the style of the course, the fescue, the bunkering, it was like, that was my first thought. I said, this is Whistling Straits, only without the lake.
Exactly. Yeah.
So Al, who did you play with today?
I played with Don again, and Jeremy and Noah, and they didn't play good with me.
No, it was a good competition because I kept an eye on the leaderboard quite a bit during the day, and saw that you were just kind of maintaining that top spot. And I thought, shooting 86, 85, that's pretty good, especially on the style of courses that we played.
I kept it in play, and that's all. That's the name of the game, is keep it in play.
And the other thing is, it's rare that the leader after round one wins.
Yep.
And I mean, you not only did you win, but you won going away. You smoked the field by 9 strokes.
Oh, I'm up to B flight now, probably.
Well, but again, like we talked about, if that's what it is, that's what it is. You play, and the chips fall where they fall.
Exactly. And I'm looking forward to going up to B flight.
That's awesome. But well, how old are you now?
62.
62 today on your birthday. Back to back regional champions. Al, congratulations. It was number one. It was great seeing you. And I can't wait to see you again here in a couple of weeks.
Thank you.
All right, bud.
Appreciate it.
Take care of yourself and drive safe.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll definitely see you down at Nationals.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
That's cool.
Chris, how about that? Back-to-back regional champion.
That's awesome. I think that might be the first one that's ever. I'm pretty sure we would have heard this year.
Hey, thank you, Ed. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, it's and to win down in Kiowa and then to win up here, that to me is just it's incredible.
Right.
So, all right, Mark. We got Marcus back. Who'd you bring with you, Marcus?
My dad.
Well, welcome. Thanks. Your son had a great time. The real question is, how come you're not playing?
Well, I never really have played.
Okay. Well, we've got a spot for everybody out here, right? Don't we, Ed?
Oh yeah. Marcus, good to see you again, man.
I see you again too.
I got my picture taken with him last year at Nationals.
We played it now. We together.
Played in D-Flight. We played that final round together, and this kid can play some golf. Let me tell you, this I saw firsthand. Smokes the ball beautifully down the fairway. Made a lot of great putts down there. It was a lot of fun. So I still have that picture on my phone too, by the way.
Yeah, that was fun.
Well, that's awesome. So what do you think about him and how well he's doing out here on tour?
Yeah, it's great. He a little over a year ago. Well, last year was his first year on tour, and I saw a commercial on TV, and I was like, oh, for the Golf Week tour, and I thought, oh, that sounds interesting. And then at the time, I was doing a paper route in the mornings for extra money, and I was like, I like to listen to podcasts, so I thought, we'll see if there's a Golf Week tour podcast. So I looked you guys up, and I had like 3-4 hours a night to listen to podcasts, and you and Chris were like maybe 12 episodes deep or something at that point. And so I ate them up within like a week, and I really wasn't sure what to expect, like coming to the tournaments and stuff, but you guys helped.
Right.
Made me feel more comfortable.
I appreciate that. When we started this, it's really kind of, the whole idea was to have some fun and be able to talk about what's going on across the country, because, as tour directors, a lot of times, we get so insulated with what's going on in our local tournaments. We don't necessarily talk about or hear about, the good things that are happening, in Milwaukee or St. Louis or Dallas or, California or what have you. And, and I think that's really kind of grown a sense of community with the tour, and really the camaraderie that goes along with it.
Oh yeah. I mean, last year I got to play on like 5 different tours.
This year, just because there was so much work that I was having to do with Milwaukee that, I only made it over to Minneapolis once and played a bunch of Chicago tournaments. I was going to play down in St. Louis until I got called in to be some help for Chicago's first tournament. But, so I figured I need to get down to a regional, and this was like driving distance. So, it was nice to come down here and experience the Indianapolis tour for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, and again, that's the other, the bonus. Gets to go to national championship, and compete at that level. And I said it here once today that when you come to these regionals, the local tournaments, there's good competition. When you go to the regional tournaments, you're talking about really, really good competition because you're getting some of the players from all over that are coming in. And if you look at these scores, you're the B flight, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So. Plus 29, 90, 81. I mean, that's, tour director Gamal and Rick Wigington. Those are really good scores.
Yeah.
And I mean, you've got to be on for 36 holes. And yes, you can have a bad hole because everybody's going to have a bad hole, but you can't have.
I mean, yeah, at home and stuff, at the home tournaments, like the scores are the same. Like we play much easier courses. This is the hardest course I've ever played by a march.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the other thing too. Is Marcus, how old are you now? You're
15.
15. I mean, so last year, he's 14 years old and finishes tied for 4th at nationals.
So you probably should have led with that.
Yeah. You didn't say that when you were on earlier? No, I didn't.
You didn't say that?
No.
Oh man.
Wow. Hold on. The star of the show was trying to tell me something.
And he was in the D flight, and now he's in the B flight.
All right. So, Mark, let me tell you something.
But
you've got to share these things. That's a great accomplishment. I mean,
thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt.
No, that's okay. It's huge, and that's an inspiration to a lot of people. I mean, that's what we as tour directors talk about.
Yeah, that's huge for me to hear actually, because that actually means a lot for me to hear.
And Marcus, I'll tell you, I talked to a number of people, not only people on the tour, but even talking to other people that aren't on the tour. I said, I'm playing with a 14-year-old kid last year at nationals, and he's smoking it 50 yards past me, hitting the ball into the green, making putts. I was like, it was a fun, watch. Because not only am I playing, but I'm also watching somebody who's like got some skills.
Yeah,
he absolutely loved nationals last year. It was awesome. And for me, look, it was anxiety inducing because I couldn't ride along like I normally, just like today, I couldn't ride along. And I was sitting in the hotel room, at the beach house, just like refreshing every 2 seconds. But to watch him climb up the leaderboard, because he was in like 20th or so at the start of that last day, and to watch him climb up where he got as high as 2nd, and then to still finish 4th is just, I couldn't have been more proud of him. I mean, I couldn't have.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
When I was there, I didn't really think about any of that. I mean, I think of other people like that. I was watching other people like, wow, they're amazing. And I watch everybody else like that. I don't really look at myself as like an inspiration or anything. But like you said, I don't look at myself like that. But I was just playing and sticking to my game, because people teach you things. And I was just trying to remember like my routine and what my coaches told me, and just kind of trying to get through it the best I could. I wasn't really thinking about, where I was. I don't watch the leaderboard. I'm not a leaderboard watcher.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, at first you did. At first you were.
Sometimes it's a blessing. Sometimes it's a curse.
Yeah. But no, coming down the stretch, I knew I was doing pretty good, because the second day I shot a 87.
I think so. Yeah.
An 87, which was the best score, I think tied for the best score of the whole nationals, the D flight division.
Yeah.
And then
on Sunday.
Yeah. On Saturday. On Saturday.
Okay.
And so I knew I was in the mix at that point, and I hadn't even looked at the tournament throughout the day, or I hadn't looked at the leaderboard throughout the days. I had no idea, but I knew I was doing pretty good. And I went into that last day nervous. I can't lie. And
well, that was a power group we had last year, as we had the person who finished tied for second. We had you tied for fourth. We had the guy tied for eighth. And of course, this yo-yo here tied for 18th. But it was the best finish I've ever had in nationals by, over 100 spots.
Yeah. And it probably helped that we were all playing well. We were just kind of vibing together and living off each other's.
It was a great group.
Oh, I loved it. I wouldn't have traded it for the world.
He talked the whole way because we drove. So he talked all the way back here about how, especially because he got a bunch of pictures like with you. And there was another guy I know that you really liked.
I was just,
he couldn't stop about how much fun he had. With you guys.
Yeah, I haven't.
That's awesome.
I haven't done much yet in my life, so that was the most exciting thing I've done ever, really. And so I was just trying to take it all in and really experience it for what it was. It was fun.
Well, again, congratulations. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We're going to see you again here in a couple of weeks.
Yes, absolutely. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, guys. Dad, thank you so much. I appreciate you listening and getting him involved. And I think next year, you get you some clubs and come on out.
Yeah. Hey, I want to thank you too, because I've listened to every episode of the podcast, and most of them probably 3 or 4 times.
Thank you so much.
Doing those routes, just cycling through them again and again. Rogers rules.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Rogers rules. And all the interviews, like when Rick had to disqualify himself, that was one of my favorite moments.
That's awesome.
So I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you guys listening, and we'll keep getting better and pump stuff out. So we appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, guys, take care.
You too. You too.
Ed, can you hear me?
Barely. I got you.
Okay, Ed, here.
Come in, bud. Nice meeting you. Take care of yourself.
Now, thank you. Have you told me yesterday?
Yes, you will enjoy the cigar. Every once in a while. Thank you. Come on. Give me a. There we go. Good seeing you. What's up, brother? I need you. I'll talk to you. Oh, D-Flight champion, Scott. We talked to won the course yesterday. And we did. And just so you know, it must be me, because I told him when we saw him on the course, I said, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Didn't I?
Yeah.
You did. Yeah.
Straight up.
So that's 3 of the 5 winners, just so you know.
Wait, when are you going to do that for me, Jim? Come on now.
It's got to be the mine.
Half of it, though, was he accidentally, kind of accidentally on purpose, almost got hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Playing partner.
That's how I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Scott, you're the only Indianapolis tour member to win. You're the only, I would say, northern person to win too. All the other flight winners are from southern tours. So congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It was a fun day.
You've got bragging rights over number one your whole tour.
Not quite yet. Nah, the guy that won D-Flight here last year was from here too. So
okay,
Indianapolis D-Flighters doing pretty well up here.
Well, you had a really good round today.
I did
at 85. Tell us about that.
Oh, tee to green. I think it's probably the best golf I've ever played. Hit a lot of big putts, chipped the ball close. I mean, probably within 6 feet. It was just overall a good day. The wind was killer, and it was in our face a lot. So, I mean, tee the ball down. Don't try to kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Get it in. Just try to hit fairways. You miss fairways here, you're done.
Yeah,
you are done.
Yeah,
it will penalize you. And this place will just beat you up left and right. And I learned that lesson the hard way last year.
And like say, chipping close to get within 6 feet and being able to make a lot of those putts.
Yeah.
I mean, that's very critical to any round. I know yesterday when I played over at the other course, other than hole number 1, the front, I mean, I would have had 10 putts just there. So I had 13 putts on the front 9, which is amazing.
Yeah, I think we started on 18 yesterday at the Ross course, and I hit my approach short, but I chipped up within, I think, 8 inches. I think it was for opening bar. So I got off to a good start there. Got off to a wonderful start here. I couldn't ask for any better. We started on the par 3 16th, and that hole ate me alive last year. I think that cost me second last year. I ended up finishing third here. and did the exact same thing right out of the gate. But I did. Caddy luckily spotted my ball. I bogeyed the hole, so release there. Think I got a bogey on one, and I was off and running on 17. I think it was 17. I think I either parred that hole or bogeyed that hole. And then I birdied 18, so I was off and running. How cool! Great.
18 is that's a good hole to birdie. I had a nice par on that one, but yeah, it's that's a tough hole. It looks just long with that big dodge ray going back.
And what I learned here last year and watching a few of the guys in B flight, guys in A flight, certain spots you can get here and then take advantage of those spots, but if you get yourself in trouble, don't try to.
It brings double and triple into play right away.
Yes, it does.
So tell us about your caddy experience.
Caddy was great. Caden, I couldn't ask for any better today. That boy read those greens like it's nobody's business. That's all it was. He gave me a read on 2. Actually, I think I was above the hole and probably 17 feet out for par. And he told me put it outside right about 6 inches. And I did hit it center cup, par save. Thank you very much.
And
I was like,
and having somebody like that really kind of, it's a different feel of the entire round.
Oh, yeah. For me today, once I made that birdie on 18, got through one pretty much unscathed, because I know one here last year, I put it in the water off the tee. Didn't do that this year. Got up and down for bogey. 2, I hit 3 wood off the tee there. Hit short of the green and hit a chip on, but it hit the green instead of hitting and stopping and rolling out some. It just took off. I don't know when it hit, but it went above the hole, which is something you really don't want to do here. Because you do that and you're putting either downhill or you got a crazy slope with crazy breaks. And again, he gave me a good read there as well. Yeah. We got like 4 holes to play, and I said, help me bring this thing home. Said, you get me home, I'll make it worth a while. And I did.
And you did. Well, Scott, congratulations on the win. I'm happy for you. And contrary to popular belief, it had nothing to do with me.
Yeah. It rubbed off on me a little bit yesterday.
And Chris, I'm not sure if Chris is still with us or not, but Chris Scott's an avid listener to the podcast, which we love. Thank you so much for your support.
Yeah, where the hell's he? Yeah, he's supposed to be.
He went to the wrong course. He went out to Scottsdale.
Yeah, what's up with that, Chris?
Yeah, what the hell, Chris? Hey, man. But we need Smalls.
Exactly.
TPC Scottsdale.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Go ahead, Chris. Tell him again.
I said, you keep getting me in trouble with all these guys.
Hey, I'm not the one who went to the wrong course.
Wrong coast, sweetheart. Wrong coast. You're supposed to be in the Midwest right now, enjoying this beautiful sunshine and all these hills.
And he doesn't get to see the crazy shirt I'm wearing today.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
I don't know. I don't know if I wanted to see that crazy shirt.
It's been sub-referenced on the podcast why we have a shirt contest.
I think I had one for today, and my had a brain fart and left it at home.
That's all right. That's all right. You didn't fart around enough to lose, so you're good. Again, Scott, thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for coming out. Congratulations, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
All right, buddy. Guys, I appreciate it.
Take care. Thank you. All right, Chris, we got one more set of winners coming in, and then one more interview after that, and we'll wrap it up. We'll get the two-man winners in.
I'm cool. I tell you, but career is feel like anything.
Oh man. Seriously? The whole time?
Uh-huh.
Man. That's not what we want. That's not even close to what we want. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, guys, welcome to the show. Apparently, the only thing that this is showing is me. Nobody wants to see me. Oh my goodness.
At Bree.
Anyway, so who do we have here?
Mike Green.
Mike Green and
Matt.
And Duke?
Yeah, Duke Sturgis.
Duke Sturgis. You guys are the two-man winners, right?
Yes.
So what tour are you from?
I'm from Cincinnati.
Okay.
Indianapolis.
Awesome. So I'm not familiar with how they did the two-man here today. What this weekend? How'd it work?
I don't know. I think it's just based on index, and then the scores declared to everybody else. I think it was 80% of handicap index,
yes,
and then combined.
Okay.
Yep. We shot lower than everybody else combined.
Congrats.
It's weird.
I guess that's all it takes, huh?
Yeah, so you won. It was great.
Did you have a partner?
No, I did not.
So did you guys know each other?
Yes. Yeah, we did. We played a bunch. No, I'm surprised with that.
See, when did he tell you? Like 20 minutes ago?
Yeah, 20 minutes ago.
so it worked out then.
I was getting handed a massive wad of cash. He went, "This for me, winning the team. Who's your partner?"
So how much did you win?
We ran 372 apiece.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that worked out nicely.
Definitely pays for a lot of the weekend right there.
It definitely does.
So that's So what I do sometimes when I check in, so the national championship, when guys don't get in the skins, like I'll go and I'll look real quick and say, okay, maybe they'll get some, and I'll throw in all their skin money.
Oh yeah.
and I want some money. Yeah, don't tell them, and I give them a little cut of it, but
I learned my lesson the first tournament I ever played, which Tim was the first one he ever ran up in Milwaukee. Made a birdie on the second hole. Wasn't in the skins competition. Needless to say, I have not gotten out of getting into the competition ever since then. And made some nice birdies and made a nice chunk of change.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, guys, thanks so much for joining us today. Appreciate you guys hanging out till the very end. You're the next to last, but you got paid.
You did get paid, yeah.
Isn't that all that matters?
That's what right here. There you go. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, gentlemen. I'm not sure what's happening here right now. All right, Jason, you're up, bud.
All right. Thank you guys for coming out.
All right. All right, Jason. It's all over.
Yeah, I can take a deep breath.
Almost. Well, it's almost over. I mean, you're in the hot seat now. First off, how did you play today? What play are you in?
I'm an 8 play.
Let's see how you played today.
Horribly.
Oh, it couldn't have been that bad. What did you shoot?
95.
Oh, that's all right.
Damn. Both lost a driver in the process too.
We lost the driver.
Snapped it on the swing.
Okay.
Oh,
Jason.
No, it wasn't out of anger.
It just happened, huh?
It just happened.
Hold on a second. God, Chris is on here. I don't know if you can hear him. Chris lost a wedge? He tapped it on the golf cart one time. It broke. You weren't tapping it on a golf cart or anything, were you?
No.
It was just a regular real swing.
A real swing.
See, Chris?
Sound like a cannon went off.
Oh my God. Well, Jason, first off, you guys did a phenomenal job with this tournament. I mean, I can't tell you how well it was run. I mean, we did a phenomenal job. As a player, what do you think?
Oh, it was awesome, and good to see you again, Jason. Jason came up to our midseason major up at Glen Erin, so it was nice to see you again. And this was an awesome tournament. It was a lot of fun. 2 great courses, 2 bucket list courses. Obviously, next year it'd be one that definitely would deserve a repeat play again to come down. It's not that far of a drive. So.
Yeah, thank you for coming down. And Maul does a great job with the tour, and to get a venue of this caliber is really an awesome opportunity for all of us here in the Midwest. 2 unbelievable golf courses. The one we played today, the Pete Dye course, is going to be hosting the Corn Ferry Championship here in a month, and I mean, this course can be a feast. So,
well, you haven't heard me say it, but Ed, you have. Of all the courses I've been to forever, and all the courses that we play, here on tour, this is in my opinion one of the top, one of the best.
And I agree. I mean, I've been on tour in a variety of chapters for now 11 years.
Okay,
played in a bunch of regionals and been all over the country in regular events, and I would put this up in this top 5 venue courses that I've played in my time.
And just the views. I mean, the views from certain spots of the course, it's
incredible.
Literally, it's top 5 for me for sure as well,
without a doubt.
What about the staff? I mean, because we stayed over at the hotel. As far as I'm concerned, top notch. I mean, just bend over backwards to make sure you're having a good time. Make sure you have what you need. All the things that, we say that we don't have in society anymore happens here.
Yeah. I mean, a big shout out to the French Lick Resort and the golf courses. To those that are unfamiliar with the resort itself, it's an old school nostalgic resort. It seems like time has gone back 100 years. Just kind of a slower pace, it's a spa and the barber shop quartet. And, it's just kind of a laid back environment in town here. And then you've got these 2 championship courses, and the pros have been phenomenal to work with. Done everything in their power to make this just a great event for everyone. The staff, the caddies, I mean, you name it. Everyone is just really friendly and trying to make sure you're having a good time. So you get the chance to come this way, hopefully for our regional here next year. It's a great experience. And it's family oriented too. We did a lot of players here with their kids and their wives, and just there's a little bit of something for everyone.
And again, Ed, you chime in here on this. I like that you said it was for families, because I saw a lot of them. I mean, a lot of spectators yesterday and today. Over at the hotel, again, I saw lots of families, doing the things over there. It's on a great weekend. It wasn't crowded. I mean, you could move around.
Sure.
In pretty much all the things that you'd want to do around here.
Plus, last night, Anthony Bernardi, Pino Bernardi, Todd Kurtz, and myself had dinner at the Donald Rouse course. Fantastic food. Oh, my goodness. That was just incredible. It was a lot of fun. Good meal. Just the amenities around here. It's incredible. It's such a great venue. As you said, it's top notch.
All around. Yeah. All around. So what would you say to the people that missed out last year and then they chose not to come again this year? What would you say to these guys?
You're really missing a couple bucket list courses. You're missing a destination to have a really nice weekend with the family. It's just one of those locations and events that we all look forward to. I mean, as an example, my wife, after last year, she told me, we're going back next year. Mall better have it on the schedule. It's just, I enjoyed it that much. I mean, it's really one of those things. You just circle the calendar and block it out. So.
Well, Jason, again, I can't thank you guys enough for the hospitality that you all showed us. The podcast team, even though Chris went to the wrong course this weekend, but Jen and myself, the hospitality you all showed us and help and support, top notch. I can't thank you enough.
And thank you for joining us
at any time. Chris.
Yes.
I don't know what to say to you, but I mean, I think maybe we need to have a conversation with Gade next year. And maybe you got to do a year. He's got to get away 1 year without you. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll have that conversation then.
All right. Again, Jason, thanks so much, bud. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds great.
All right, buddy.
Okay.
All right, Ed and Chris, let's go ahead and put a bow on this. It's Chris. I know you had a good weekend out there. We had a great weekend here, and this is the official end of the 2024 Golf Week Regional Series, and we got one more. I know everybody has their local tournaments, championships coming up, but we've got one more big event coming up here in a couple weeks. If anybody knows, this national championship coming up here in about 45 days.
I can't wait. It's going to be a blast going down to Nationals last year. Was so much fun, and being in the meetings and stuff, and being in the podcast at the end of the meeting, and then just the whole vibe of the whole weekend. And I'll have to come up with another wild shirt just for Dennis.
Well, we'll talk about that too. All right, guys. Again, thank you so much. Had a great time here in French Lick. We're looking forward to seeing everybody in Hilton Head here in a couple weeks. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon. Chris, we didn't do it again.
What didn't we do?
We didn't say how to join the tour.
That's right. It's simple. All you need to do is go to amateurgolftour.net, click the Join the Tour button, and pay your local tour's membership.
Thanks, Chris. Membership for 2024 is open, so register today to join the oldest, largest, and best amateur tour in the country.